Fellas, AC here. Welcome to another review. And I'm in very high spirits today. The reason? Today I celebrate 2 years. And I started exactly like this. My first video was about 10 fragrances for Valentine's Day. So I thought I'll repeat the same thing. I didn't do anything last year on Valentine's Day. But you know what? We men are pretty special, and I've got some pretty special fragrances for you if you are taking your significant other out on this Valentine's Day. If you're thinking of the very first time you're taking a lady out, I've got some very special fragrances. But before I go into the fragrances, I'd like to say something, and that is thank you for your amazing support. For 2 years you've been with me, alongside me, supported me. Without you guys, I wouldn't have been able to sustain so many videos. I think this is 155th episode. So thank you for your support. And number 2, when you're going out on a date, never forget that you are the reason she's interested. Yeah? So you yourself is the most special thing. Forget the surroundings, forget the restaurant, forget the location, forget the clothes, forget the fragrance. You are the most important thing. She is on a date with you. So don't forget that. Everything else is secondary. But some of the secondary things do make an impact. Not on the lady you're taking out, but also on yourself. Scent lifts you up. So try and wear fragrances that are in harmony with your personality, especially to a date where you want to be 100% yourself. Well, not necessarily. I mean, if it's a Tinder date, you don't have to be yourself. So, I've got fragrances for everything, but I gave you the core message. It's all about you. So, let's start. So, scenario number 1, you are going on a date, and this is the first time you are going on a serious date with this person. So, it's an unknown quantity. You do not know her likes and dislikes, and you would want to wear something which is slightly safe, I would say, but at the same time stylish, has a personality. Without personality, a scent is nothing. So don't wear anything generic. Yeah, don't wear things that everybody wears. Sauvage, Bleu de Chanel, EDT. Do not wear those fragrances because it doesn't have the presence you want to create. Wear something which is slightly off the beaten track and has a little bit of personality. So let me start with the very first fragrance, which is a good, safe fragrance, highly likable, has a personality, and is very, very stylish, and it's a compliment magnet. I've tried it, tested it over so many years. I love it. I easily recommend this fragrance. So number 1 is Mancera Cedrat Bois. I think this is also becoming more and more mainstream and common, but you know what? It still has that X factor. It has that pull value. In my opinion, this is one of the most stylish, agreeable, likable fragrances that you can wear to any occasion. Since you do not know this person and you want to be ultra safe, you're dressed beautifully, you're a well-spoken person, you maintain yourself, you look good, you're wearing something which is ultra stylish. There is nothing but compliments which are going to come your way. Just in case you wanted to play safe, I'd start with this. Cedrat Bois, a beautiful, fruity, woody scent which starts like Aventus but goes into a dry down which uses sandalwood. And sandalwood has this very calming, and it pulls a person towards you. You want something like that. Beautiful, never fails me. So Cedrat Bois. Okay, next one is a Bleu de Chanel, but I recently reviewed it, and it's Bleu de Chanel Parfum. It couldn't be more different. In fact, the whole lettering is also different. Yeah, it's golden. Look at the bottle. What does it tell you? Classy. This fragrance is a class in a bottle. Yeah, safe, yes, but it's also very classy. It's very, very different than the EDT. The EDT was on your face, it was brash, it was loud. This one couldn't be more different. It's classy, it doesn't shout out too much, it's modern, it's beautiful. I've done a full review, check it out. This is another safe first date fragrance where you want to really impress someone with your style and your classiness. Couldn't recommend this. For this Valentine's Day, if you're going on a new date, new person, then Bleu de Chanel Parfum would be my top pick. If you already haven't got any of these two, I'd highly recommend you sample this. You'd really find it very helpful. Number three. Number three is a person, again on a date, first date. Number three is a person who's very cultured, very well mannered, grounded, kind of a ideal sort of a person, tremendous manners, tremendous values. Those people are rare, but they are there. And if you're one of those guys, who has tremendous values and manners and very rich kind of a person from the inside. So it's all substance, style as well, may not be style, but full of substance, yeah? Boucheron, Jaipur, EDP. This is one of the finest fragrances I could recommend when a person is just going to meet someone for the first time in a decent setting. The cap is a bit tight. And you just want to demonstrate how cultured, how valued, or how full of values you are, and your sense of style. And obviously, you will do the magic, because if you're such a person, the moment you open your mouth, the other person sitting in front of you would know that you're full of substance. This fragrance is for such people. This actually accentuates your groundedness, your values. This is a fabulous fragrance. I just couldn't recommend this highly enough. I've done a full review, do check it out. But this is slightly in the oriental. This is a dry fragrance, very rounded. It's one of the most fabulous fragrances you could wear to a romantic occasion, to any occasion. But romantic occasion, this will stand out for the first date. Highly recommend this. Slightly mature, so 25, 30 plus. But as I said, people with a lot of substance normally are very mature. Let's move to situations where you know this person. You've been on a date a few times and you're not afraid of pushing the envelope and wearing something romantic or even seductive. So let's start. Valentine's Day is signified by a rose, and I've got a rose fragrance for you, which is dark and seductive and very manly. It's actually a fragrance marketed for women, but this goes beautifully on a man as well. It's Club de Nuit Intense for women. The male counterpart is a copy or clone of Aventus. This one is a clone of Tom Ford's Noir de Noir. You don't have to break the bank. This one is very close to Noir de Noir. In fact, this is my scent of the evening. It's about 5 or 6 hours of dry down. It's beautiful. So what is this scent like? It's a bit seductive, slightly animalic when you first spray it, but as the time passes, it has this rosy, dark, rosy, seductive smell. It is very seductive, and it has a supporting note of patchouli. Patchouli, which is grounded, which is earthy, which is slightly woody. I could not recommend this fragrance enough, and probably not for a first date, because this actually is very perfumey and it is very loud. So my recommendation, one spray here, one at the back of your head, so that you leave a beautiful trail. And you know what? This is going to really shine if you're wearing something really formal type, tuxedo, for example, or something really, really smart, smart casual, a jacket, beautiful jacket. This will go very well with a smart casual or even formal. Let's say you're taking your prospective girlfriend out for a black tie event on Valentine's Day or near about that. It will really suit for a black tie. Next fragrance on my list is highly romantic, not as much seductive, but absolutely magical. Yeah, it's a close encounter fragrance which has a lot of performance. So you have to watch the sprays, and this one is a new one. Dolce & Gabbana, the one, Mysterious Nights. There's also another one, I can't remember the name now, Royal Nights. This one is Mysterious Nights. It's actually very similar to how Lyric Man by Amouage starts, rose-based fragrance. I do not like rose, but I'm praising rose to high heavens because I've recently fallen in love with rose. This is outstanding juice. This is the most highly recommended romantic evening time fragrance I can talk about. This was released in 2018, last year. It's very hard to get hold of, but if you can, I highly suggest you try it. The moment you try it, you will know why I'm calling this magical. It has this most romantic, profound effect on people who would smell you. This is a close encounter fragrance, so I would recommend you go one spray here, two under your shirt, and I'm sure you would get compliments because the person has to be close to you, and it turns more and more nicer as the time passes. So if you spray 3 hours before going to the date, I think that it'll give you the best results. Next on my list, and the last one. So I've done 3 situations. So first one, not very sure. The other one, not very sure, but a very grounded, very mature kind of a person. And the third one is, you know the person, it's romantic and seductive environment. So let's talk about another beautiful fragrance, which is both very stylish, very seductive, doesn't cost a lot of money, and it's my new love. I've recently discovered this fragrance after a lot of people recommended this to me. It is Rasasi and it is Daarej. Now, why Rasasi Daarej? Number one, watch where you spray. If you're wearing a white shirt, don't put it on your shirt. In fact, the last 3 fragrances, don't put it on your shirt because it's just too loud. Put it under your shirt or on your skin. Why Daarej? Daarej, man. This is an ultra seductive, crowd pulling, crowd pleasing compliment magnet, and it doesn't cost a lot of money. So if you haven't got any of these and you want just one, try Daarej. What is this? This is a beautiful tonka and vanilla magic. Silky smooth operator, very seductive, but very classy as well. Doesn't scream. It does scream when you first spray it, but after 2 or 3 hours, you should just smell the dry down. So if you're going to end up in a close encounter situation after your date, I could not recommend this highly enough. And a lot of people praise this fragrance. It doesn't cost a lot of money. One of the most beautiful value for money, romantic, seductive fragrances I could talk about. So that's the end of the list. I hope you like the list, fellas. It really helps you. I haven't done 10 because you don't need 10. I've given you 3 scenarios. I did 2 each. See which one you prefer. Let me know your Valentine's Day scent or your favorite romantic fragrance. Would be nice to know from you. Take care, fellas.